Well, welcome everybody. I am here with a client and someone that has become a friend, and his name is Ashley. And Ashley and I started working together last summer, and we, really connected on the fact that he wanted to make some lifestyle changes. And I'm going to let him talk a little bit about those. But thank you, Ashley, for joining me today and for really helping others to, improve their lifestyles. And so tell us a little bit about when you decided to make a lifestyle change, what you kind of what you were going through and what really determined that change.
Hey, Renee, awesome. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to share my story and hope others can follow through. My wife's a health freak. Let's start with that. And she always taking me to the gym, making me eat right, and I was doing everything right. Or let's put it this way: I was doing everything that I thought was right. I'd eat, work out, feel good about myself, and life was good. But I noticed nothing was changing. I was at the same weight, and I was working out and eating the exact same way, and life was at a constant. And then I met this angel, Renee, back in July, and that's when all the magic started happening.
Well, thank you. Like I always say, people always say thank you to me, but really, I mean, I can be the guide, but you did the work. So I think that's really important. And when we talked initially, I have a couple different plans that I work with, but particularly when I work with men and when I work with men that are athletic and you were already working out and, you just were having problems with energy and, you were like, I really want to do this and here's how I eat. And your eating wasn't horrible. We took a few things out and we adjusted a few things just for that weight loss phase. And I think it's so important to understand that lifestyle is about things that you can do long term. It's not about, oh, I'm dieting. I don't like to talk about dieting. I like to talk about what is it that we can shift long term. And obviously we're going to have moments of indulgence and what have you. But let's talk about a couple of the things that you shifted and were willing to part with for a period of time. And I know one of them was having a beer after work on Friday.
So let me step back a little bit. I met Renee back in July. I weighed 228, 230 pounds. I now weigh 195. I've been at 195 for a while now, so it's more of a constant. The only downside to it is I needed a brand new wardrobe. None of my clothes fit me, so I can't complain. I look so much better now. My mother-in-law lives with me, and she's from Nepal. She cooks at home. I have no complaints. I love her to death and enjoy the food that she cooks, but it just wasn't right for me, and I needed to make a few adjustments here and there. So a few changes would be I'd eat rice and not realize it's not good for me, and she'd be like, okay, eat brown rice, but it's still rice. So we switched to cauliflower rice, which is awesome. I have no complaints. I actually recommend it to people all the time. If you're familiar with Indian food, we had a lot of naan and roti at home, and I stopped eating that completely. Hasn't changed my life a bit. I'm still able to enjoy my meals and not put on that extra baggage. So in terms of not drinking, it's difficult when you go out and people are like, have a drink, and I had the willpower to say no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying something different. And over time, I've noticed people don't ask me for a drink anymore. My friends don't ask me to drink anymore. They know I'm not going to drink, and which is easier for me. They'll have something else instead. So it's worked out. My friends have embraced me completely, and they see the change. All of them are jealous, and I don't want to share my secret with them, but at some point I will.
So you basically just like adjusted. I mean, you ate a diet that had veggies in it, and you know, you just adjusted some of more like the carbohydrates that we don't really need. And the thing that I think some people don't understand is that we have complex carbohydrates, and those are the carbohydrates in our veggies. And we have a full list. And if you are in the Get Fit Winter Wellness Challenge, you know that I put out a list of all of the veggies. So you want to get 4 cups of those every day, and they metabolize slowly. So were you ever hungry on this plan?
So I don't want to look like a salesman over here, but I honestly believe in the product, and I'll quickly share my routine daily.
Love it.
This is my breakfast. I got
Yep.
the V shake. I love the chocolate flavor, along with my Core Complete. That's my breakfast every morning. It has about 250 calories, good enough to take me through. I'm able to jump into the gym. I'm lucky. I work at home, have a massive gym at home.
So can I interrupt you and ask you how you make your V shake? Because a lot of people get really confused and they add all these nut milks or regular milks, and they think they have to add peanut butter and, you know, all this stuff. So tell us how you make your V shake.
Don't add anything to it, to be honest. Add the amount of water it asks for, 8 to 12 ounces. Make sure to add ice. Crushed ice is awesome. Put in a little blender, and it's an awesome drink. It's a liquid brownie. I enjoy the vanilla as well, but I do like to add blackberries to mine.
Yeah.
You'll mix it up. You will notice the blackberry seeds at the bottom, but let it sit, and you'll be fine. Don't add peanut butter. Just stick to it. You'll see how awesome the product is. Moving forward, once I'm done with the gym, you want to eat something. For me, I'll jump to a quick V-Slim. Tasty, add some water to it. It gives me everything I need. I don't feel like snacking. Jump in the shower, get on my calls. Lunch, I know what I'm eating now, thanks to the wonderful menu Renee shared with me. I've had to adjust. It's a lot of salads, and make sure I know how much protein I'm eating. But I feel good about how much I've eaten for lunch. Around 2 o'clock, that urge comes for a snack. I either jump back to another V-Slim. If not, I jump to my V3. And the V3 I plan accordingly, because I have twins at home who are in kindergarten, and I've got to be calm and collected all the time. So I make sure I take it right before I pick them up. My mind is good. I've got energy to play with them. Once again, exact same procedure. Just add a little water to it, put in a little bottle, drink lots of water at the same time. Another one is on my daily routine is the V-Immune. I'm not a very sickly person, but touch wood, I haven't been sick ever since I met Renee. So don't go away, Renee. Stay where you are. My wife noticed it, and she's like, I want some too. So now I've got to buy two every time I run out. So one for her, one for me. I'm feeling good throughout the day. I have my dinner, and I know how much protein to eat, how much carbohydrates to add to my food now. I end my day with V-Slim.
V-Burn.
I'm sorry, V-Burn, and I'm calling it Slim because I feel like I'm slimming with it. And I add the V-Tox with it. Once again, I don't want to be a salesman, but this is my routine, and it's been this way for the past 6-7 months. And it's worked. I feel good. I don't wake up in the morning achy ankles or back, or I feel so much better. I think I'm a living example of Vaseo products. I've started collagen as well, which is another Vaseo product. It makes me
Look
look.
how good his skin looks, you guys. Like, first and foremost, we cleaned up a lot of gut health with so we've got probiotics, prebiotics, digestive enzymes in here, and then your daily detoxification. That's just cleaning up our gut health. And then, when we add that collagen, it's also, what's bone broth? Bone broth is for gut healing, right? It's got lots of collagen in it. So when we use the collagen, it literally is working on the inside and coming out of the skin. And so you can see, like we've talked about, we got to get some before and after pictures, but let's talk about your results and the time frame that you went from, 224 or whatever it was to 195. How long did that take you?
So initially, after I started with you, Renee, I lost a lot of weight the very first month. I was like, oh, wow, this is working. And then the second month, I started losing not as much. And I'm like, oh, what's happening? But you guided me throughout the process. And I'm like, okay, this is a process. And it worked perfectly. Like I said, I'm now at 195. I've been at 195 for a good month now. I have no complaints. I wanted to be at 200. I'm at 195. That works.
But in the meantime, you've also built muscle. So, your body is running at a higher level.
I'm dressing differently. People are like, wow, look at his arms, look at this. And I'm like, really? Like, I don't see it as much. And I keep getting those compliments, which is awesome. It makes me want to get back in the gym even more. It wants me to definitely have my shake every morning, my core complete every day. It's working for me. I like I said, I'm a living testament to this. So another thing that happened was I do my blood checks every 6 months. I've been doing it for forever, and slightly high cholesterol. I've suffered with thyroid for a while. I get into I start working with Renee, and I do my blood check after 3 months, and the doctor's like, that's not you. What happened? And I kid you not, everything was so much better. I could actually get off my thyroid medication if I wanted to.
And you should.
The V Slim definitely helps with that as well. If you use it and you have thyroid, look into it. It's something that's definitely helpful. Yeah, but all my numbers were down. The doctor was amazed. I recently went for my life insurance, and the lady had to check my heart like 3 times to make sure that's pretty low. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty healthy and I'm fit, and I have a resting heart rate of 48. What can I say?
Wow.
So
wow, that's impressive. Yeah. Well, these are all the kinds of results that, we want to share with people, but really what you did is you made some shifts. I mean, you can use any products that you want to. I use these products because I believe they are the cleanest products on the marketplace. And I've used products for I don't know how many years, since my 30s, long time ago. And what is so important and in today's world is our gut health. So if our gut health is compromised, we don't think clearly, we can get depressed, anxious, we're unmotivated. Gut health contributes to high levels of toxicity in our bodies, which then in turn can contribute to triggering autoimmune diseases like your thyroid, like arthritis and adrenal issues. And, we're exhausted all of the time. So number one, it starts with that nutrition plan, getting off of processed foods, eating real foods, which in fact you did mostly. You were there. You were just, had a few things that we needed to shift in the carbohydrates and just the starchy, rice stuff and what have you. But ultimately, finding those lifestyle things that we can change. Were you ever a soda drinker?
Not a massive soda drinker.
Okay. Because soda is just one of those things that literally we have to get off of. Soda is contributing to type 2 diabetes. You know, diet soda is doing the same thing as regular sugar, and again contributing to that gut health issue. I love that you were able to reach your goal weight in a fairly quick period of time. I think we got there in about 2.5, 3 months. Is that about right? And remember, ladies, because I know there's probably a lot of ladies watching this, men typically lose at about double the time frame as women because they have more muscle than we do. They burn at a higher rate. It just is what it is. But ultimately, it's not about how much weight am I losing. It's getting to the right amount of body fat. And we talked about that, Ashley. It wasn't like a number, but you wanted to, you know, get your body fat in line with what's healthy. And for ladies, it's around 25% body fat is a healthy level there, somewhere between 20 and 25. For men, you know, a low would be 10. But I like to see a man be around probably 15% body fat, and we did that. So we had a scale that you use that you were able to measure your body fat with. Talk for a second on that process of kind of shifting from what's the number on the scale to what's my body fat.
So I've ditched the weighing scale. I didn't tell you this, Renee, but I've ditched
No.
my weighing scale. I would get on it and I'd be depressed. I'm like, I'm not losing enough weight, or I've put on weight. And I went out last night and oh my gosh, now I've got to work out in the gym even harder. So I had to like train myself. It's not so much about the weight. The weight will go because I'm losing fat and gaining muscle. So it's gonna balance out somewhere. And I started using a measuring tape, and
There you go.
My clothes weren't fitting me anymore. So I knew good things were happening, and I didn't just go off that weighing scale anymore. But it was a driving factor to see those numbers plummet. It was awesome. Went from 228, 220, 216. I was excited. I was like so excited to meet Renee every week and be like, I lost more weight. But no dizziness, no sickness. I've been super healthy. I can't complain.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for sharing today. And for those of you that are on the Winter Wellness Challenge, I hope you'll take a look at what you're doing. Reach out to me if you need any tips. I'm happy anytime to share my, you know, any guidance that I can help with. We're all here in this support group together, and just really you know, having a support group is so important, and having accountability is that's number one. Like, in as much as we might know what to do, doing it and staying consistent and accountable is really the first part of the journey. We almost always need like an accountability partner or a coach, or, you know, a group, and that's what we're here for. So thank you, Ashley, and thank you, everybody, and keep up the good work. I know you went to Hawaii, you ran on the beach, and you got to, you know, you're back to your old lifestyle, but with some really just simple changes.
True. I just want to give a quick shout out to my wife. Like when
She's amazing.
saying this, I said she's a gym freak. Yes, she is. But watching me grow and watch how I have better definition, she's working out even harder. So it doesn't only affect me, it affects everyone around me, my wife, my kids, everyone's eating healthier. My kids used to make fun of my tummy, no more. My son actually looks at us before he eats a brownie, which is very rare. So everyone is conscious about what they eat. This is not only affecting me, it's the entire family.
I love it. I love it. And honestly, you know, just in all transparency, Ashley's wife is she called me looking for a birthday present for him because she knew that he wanted to find something that would work for him. And so that's really how I met Ashley, was his amazing wife. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And we'll be talking soon. Wellness Wednesday, every Wednesday, you guys. Take care. And thank you so much, Ashley.
Thanks. Bye.